that I can't say no to him. I just want to take back my power to say no, not feel like someone's holding this thing over me and threatening me. I feel like in normal circumstances, I probably wouldn't share private text messages or private... I also feel really weird. Like, I almost feel like I did tell him. Did I?
Your body's reaching.
I don't think that I would, but what if I did? Or what if I'm not a good communicator? And what if I said, yeah, let's do it, but maybe I should have said, but without talking about Veronica and everything I told you in private? I started questioning myself. I started being like, why did you do that, Stephanie? Why would you ever make him feel like that? Kind of like an internal battle of half of me being like, why did you do that, Stephanie? That was your fault for misleading him. Awesome. So which day would you like to reschedule for? And I responded, I know that you're in LA for only a couple more days and have a lot scheduled, and I'm so sorry for today. Sorry. I do have to get back to you since I do have approaching deadlines, and I know my fiance already had things planned for me and the doggos for the holidays. Again, I'm so sorry for today, and I hope you're able to enjoy the rest of your day. He texted me asking if I was doing like this TV interview that was supposed to be about mukbang, and they had to reach out to me, and so I told him, hey, I was approached, but I turned it down. Are you doing it? And he said, I turned it down today too. Too invasive of my home and potential safety issue. And the neighbors would have a field day with the camera crew trucks outside. And then he said, but yeah, I didn't know what level paranoid I was at, so I feel better knowing I'm not alone, LOL. Like, this moment, I really feel like cemented our friendship because I felt like there was this one security that I felt at home prior. And then after that, I left with a very warm feeling of just, hey, he's nice. We started continuing our friendship through text, and there's not much in there. It's just like regular personal life stuff, but some of the stuff that kind of have to do with what's happened is in October he asked me, are you happy with your home? I low-key want that security system. And I told him that I was very happy, and then he texted me back that night saying, yeah, what's the name of your fancy security system? I'd like to research it, ha ha ha. And at this point I disclosed which security system I had, but I also kind of told him like why I liked it. At this point I felt like he was a friend and I wanted how it was going to be perceived, but he didn't seem to get it and just chalked it up to his audience being dumb. And I responded, but all audiences are always smarter than the YouTuber thinks. I don't know why he thinks that. And then Zach said, that's what makes me think he doesn't care. It's so crazy too because I asked him privately if he was gonna go in about Veronica and he said no. And I responded with, oh my god, he didn't want me to get a heads up. I don't know if he doesn't care at all about me or if he thinks I'm a literal idiot. Okay, but deadass now, since we know where he stands, does he actually like me or did he just want a video to try and expose me? I'm literally asking myself the same exact question. So he didn't say anything to you? Our asses got played. I asked him so many times what you guys would even talk about. Because he always said he'd stay away from Veronica because he knew it would make you uncomfortable. That's why I was so surprised when he said you wanted to clear the air and talk about it. He made it look like you really wanted to talk about her so bad. You planned the discussion ahead of time. And I said, he said to me yesterday that reaching out to me. I have a quick question. Have you experienced low CPM on your channels for November? Microwave promo. They told me you're doing it. Question mark. Are you doing that CBS interview? Do you want to collab? Stephanie? And did you put your home into a land trust? By the way, with the 8th and the 9th, we're good for you. Seems to have pros and cons. What do you think? Would you have felt better in a gated neighborhood? Or do you think that your property gate fence with cameras is good enough? Have you heard of Ring Security Camera? What's the name of your fancy to post?
I mean, it's just a little strange, you know, when he was showing, he said, hey, let me show you what food we're eating. He switched the camera on his phone, but instead of pointing the camera down onto the kitchen counter, it was
where the food is.
But it was to my face for a good 3 seconds. So my reaction was, okay, now this is awkward. Do I act like I don't know what's going on? Do I say something? Do I turn around? Do I but at the same time, I don't want to overreact. It's just a little weird and uncomfortable.
It's like one of those things where you can't call him out on it and be like, what are you doing? Because then you seem insane. But it's also another thing because Nick knows that my fiance is very private. He doesn't really like being in front of cameras.
It's kind of also like the picture.
Yeah.
It's like you ask, then that's okay. But when you do it so weirdly, then I don't want to seem like I'm so sensitive. So that's why after he switched the camera to the food, I walk up to him and introduce myself because I don't want to seem like I'm this guy that's
like you're so important,
or I pretend like I don't know what's going on. So I just want to take charge and say, hey, you know, let me just properly introduce myself, or instead of pretending, you know, nothing happened.
You do something about the situation, but he made it seem like it was a Veronica video, and he said he had a title in mind. So what are we gonna do? You're saying that I wanted to talk so much about Veronica.
I haven't run the idea by her, but I'm pretty sure she'll be on board considering everything. I want to do a more serious docu-series type video, Shane Dawson type, with Veronica, highlighting not only everything that happened with Shook Bang and including what happened between Veronica and I, but also all the personal conflicts that were involved. It would be a good cliffhanger to whatever you have to say to her afterwards, yada yada. I'm texting Zach at the
between Veronica and I, but also all of the personal conflicts that were involved. I wanted it to be less drama focused, but more about the personal struggles behind all of the decisions that were made. My goal would be that things that need to be talked out can be and would shine a new perspective and light onto all parties involved. So Nick is framing his story as if I absolutely hate Veronica and I just couldn't wait to talk shit about Veronica, and I want to do all of these exposing videos about her with Nick because I want drama and I want views. And to give you guys some perspective, this is what I said to Veronica, which Nick has never seen. We didn't leave on the best terms, and she said, hey Steph, I hope you're doing well. I know we left off on a really horrible foot, but I just wanted to let you know I've missed you. I also recently got accepted into a couple culinary schools in California, so I might be moving there for a year. I'll be there this week looking at apartments and was wondering if you'd like to meet up for food to talk. Look bad. Also, I don't think he gets it either. I was telling him the whole time after how it was going to be perceived, but he didn't seem to get it and just chalked it up to his audience being dumb, to come down. Complete opposite of what she said you told her. I saw her on SAS involved. That's just having an adult conversation. So then I said, wait, so I was just checking my DMs and I realized I think Kimi is here beginning of April. So Kimi reached out to me seeing if I wanted to collab. And if you guys are here at the same time, maybe we can do an epic mukbang collab with you, me, Kimi, and Hyuni. I think when it's just us two on screen at this point in time, it might stir the drama. But if we have all four of us, it'll be so insane and never done before. Let me know what you think and we can all try to coordinate if you're down. He went on to say, what dates are Kimi in town? I'm already collabing with him. Fix my face. Because I look crazy. Why the fuck am I laughing at my own joke so hard right now? Oh my god, I feel like he's a teacher. Don't watch him! Almost every 2 sentences he gave, and increasingly he looked at me with more and more shock on his face, as if he was shocked and angry at the fact that I refused to talk about what I told him in private.
I don't know, I'm just wondering. I've heard that on the streets, you know, in the hood.
Just gonna start cleaning you. We're gonna start cleaning.
Have you heard that in the hood, bitch? That when you look at yourself in the viewfinder, you're narcissistic? I've heard that all over the hood. I'm just saying. I've heard some things. I like to look deep into their soul, so I'm not narcissistic.
But you told me yesterday you wanted to talk about it. Then why did you say you wanted to talk about it? I guess she changed her mind.
Did you want to share? Or do you change your mind now?
I just feel like maybe,
you said you wanted to talk to your viewers with me here, because you never talk to any of your viewers, and they kind of...
okay, so I guess like the thing that I would clear up is that a lot of people think that I didn't like you after those videos.
Okay,
and
did they say that? Oh, I didn't see them.
Yeah, so I guess it kind of like made it seem like because of those videos and then we didn't publicly talk to to each other, like post like pictures or videos until way after when we met like a couple months ago.
Like a year later.
Yeah, so during that time period, people thought that maybe we didn't like each other at all.
Okay.
Because of those videos. So,
okay.
I mean, I didn't feel that way though.
Okay.
Did you feel that way?
That you didn't
I'm
like
like suddenly getting like, suddenly like real tears.
She's like, oh why?
There was this one part where I had told him about how Veronica, she has really good audio, she likes to watch her audio, right? So if it peaks, I'm the queen of peaking. If it peaks, she'll know, so she's very cautious. And I just remember telling him, like, I was a little bit more cautious during her collabs on her channel because I was watching the audio peaks because I have a very high-pitched, loud voice. And he insinuated that, remember what you told me? This thing that she made you do where she put this, disgusting. As if it was something so horrendous that Veronica
My own viewers thought that that person on top of her and the surveillance footage was me. Do you think everyone had time to watch the whole hour to find out you addressed who that was, identified him halfway through, 30 minutes later or something? Remember, millions of people have viewed this who didn't know who I was. They didn't know what I looked like. They didn't even know my sexuality. And I am being bombarded with accusations that are coming from your video. You insinuate it by the way you edited it. You alluded to it. This is ramification. Admiring her furniture, and this is innocent stuff. It's not like I walked into her house like this.
You did not come into our house doing this, but you did a lot of things that we weren't comfortable with.
Why would you lie about why would you lie about something like that?
Okay, so give me your consent to release the security footage.
There's another thing actually on Zach's channel. At the end of it, there's like one piece of chicken left. And we turn off the cameras and we go, well, how Zach does his collabs is very similar to mine. I already have this opinion about Stephanie Soo. How she is on camera is not the bathroom, bedroom to bedroom, even outside to the pool, to the swing, everything. You will also see that upon arrival, she pointed out various pieces of furniture, and I asked her, as a fellow YouTuber, that's a beautiful couch, where's that from? Oh, it's from this place. Oh, that's a beautiful light fixture. A whole house tour, and she was very excited to show it off to me, as I would be too. It's a very luxurious house, one of the most expensive houses I've ever seen. You'll also
our house doing this, but you did a lot of things that we weren't comfortable with.